This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the show. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that is often very difficult to discuss, but one that does deserve our attention, our compassion, and understanding. Many veterans carry invisible wounds from their military service. While post-traumatic stress is more commonly recognized, another deeply painful experience that affects some veterans is military sexual trauma, often referred to as MST. Recovery can be a long journey, but with the right support, healing is possible. Joining me today are veterans Tina Tillert, who is a U.S. Army veteran, and Doc Haight, and you both go to Veterans One Stop here in Waco, which is such a blessing for veterans.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
From what I can tell, it's good to have Doc back on the show. You know, you kind of help facilitate some of the groups. And Tina, you just go as an attendee, or are you also a facilitator?
I'm a volunteer veteran, and I do a general whatever they need, besides answering the phones, taking messages, receiving veterans, and help with whatever they need to be done.
Well, that's great. Tell me about your military service. Where are you from? And
Originally, I'm from Pennsylvania. Did over 13 years. I did a myriad of jobs. I started by handling cargo because they told me the MP field was not available. But actually, what had happened was the recruiter at the MEP station lied. My scores were so high that he wanted me to sit on the bombs and defuse them.
what?
I said, I don't think so. I'll guard them. He had the nerve to say, what's the difference? Excuse me.
Diffusing as opposed to guard. Well, anyway.
And I found out later there was a female that had signed up that day, and I ran into her later, and she said, no, it was wide open. So when I had the opportunity about 3 years later, in '88, I had my sergeant stripe, my E5, and I re-enlisted and became an MP. So to get to that point, I became a cargo handler and went to a few places to do missions, re-enlisted, got my MP field, and went to Germany. And then became a corrections officer, went to Korea, and became a civilian personnel clerk while I was getting out at Fort Hood. And so I've done few different jobs and many experiences and traveled. And so I had a lot of experience, but on the way I'd gone through MST and some unpleasant experiences. But as I had signed up, I was very fit, I was an athlete, and I majored in phys ed. And so I was intending on spending 20 to 25 years. Mm-hmm. You know, the physical was not my hard point. My hard point was the mental, to play the games, you know, that the drill instructors put you through, you know.
Well, and were there a lot of women who were enlisting back, you say, in the 80s?
Not in '85.
Right,
no,
right. You were kind of bucking the trend, shall we
Yes.
say.
And when I got out in '98 even, there was still some older NCOs that still didn't want you in.
Yeah.
And so I ran across some of those at the time also that didn't want us in there.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, there was a lot of good stuff that happened, but there was a lot of some negativity and some pushback.
Yeah, I mean, physical assaults are mostly verbal, or
It was
because I
mostly-
mean, verbal can be
yeah.
just as
It was-
jarring as.
It was most, There was no physical except the sexual.
Okay.
It was mostly emotional, mental, little bit of verbal, but mostly sexual harassment, sexual abuse, sexual assault, but mostly it was mental and, we don't want you here, you should be someplace else, kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine you'd have to be very careful about if you were alone
Yeah.
in a situation and how you possibly
Yeah.
could.
And this booklet I brought you has some of that in there, but during that time, you didn't know about those things. You were not aware of that. The military did not tell you these things ahead of time.
Right.
And at that time, you didn't talk about those things, And as a kid growing up on the street, you didn't know about those things,
You didn't talk about them anyway. Yeah, right. Wasn't polite.
And even amongst your peers, you didn't talk about that stuff.
Right.
And so as a veteran, you talked with other veterans about what you had gone through. Or coming to a group, you can talk about that. But as a male veteran, it's not something you would talk about
Right. For
with
sure.
other males,
Yeah. For sure.
But a female could talk to other females about that, But still, again, it's not widely known or widely accepted, even today.
Have there been improvements made that you know of in the
Yes,
military to
yes,
address these issues?
Yes. DOD and the VA and active duty has made a lot of strides in trying to report it, trying to crack down on it, trying to improve, trying to make major improvements, mental health advancements, counselors, trying to take the stigma out of it. But those that have already gone through it, it's hard to find that acceptance still.
Right. Yeah, how do you even begin to do that?
Right.
The longer you do not process it, it's even harder to think about processing it. What's interesting is a lot of people think military sexual trauma, MST, is just being raped or sexually assaulted. No. Military sexual trauma is sexual assault and sexual harassment. 1 in 3 of your female soldiers experience that at some time, whereas 1 in 50 male soldiers experience that.
Right.
And I know as a male, because I had a senior enlisted member that was also our adult Bible study facilitator rape me. I knew that I was not going to do a civilian police or a military police report, because back in the 80s, things were different. They would have separated us both. I was good friends with my rapist and his wife and kids. His wife was in Castle Hospital in Hawaii with a complicated pregnancy. It's all God. God told me at the time, give him grace. He's panicking. At some time, treatment for military sexual trauma can be similar to treatment for PTSD. There's not one fit for all. What works for one might not work for another. What has worked for me is it's called prolonged exposure therapy, with a counselor, with a clergy member, with a friend. You talk about the experience or experiences over and over. What this does is you're able to process by desensitizing what happened.
Yeah, you mentioned this booklet. This is called Military Sexual Trauma, and it has a little different pull tabs, everything from if you have to go to the ER, police, court system, the effects, and education is really such a important part
Right.
of this. And as you say, back in the 80s, it just wasn't spoken of. And you've told me before, David, that if you brought up, psychological issue, that would have ended your Marine career.
Yep. And
you
that's
didn't
what
want
it was
that to
all
happen.
that didn't, and so I was able to stay in because I did not disclose. Whereas if I disclosed, we both would have been separated. And the way I looked at it is also, his wife was bringing another child in the
I know.
world.
Yeah.
I'm like, God is the reason we're here. I'm on fire for Jesus. I know a lot of people think, oh, here we go again. But as part of my treatment for MST is I've learned with my walk with God is to journal my feelings and to do things like you can write a letter to who assaulted you or who raped you, even if you don't send it.
Yeah, maybe not send it, but maybe then burn it or whatever. But there's something cathartic.
The biggest
about
thing
getting
for
that
me that a lot of the weight came off my shoulders was forgiving him.
Oh, yeah. Well, that gets into the whole spiritual realm that's so important, because if you carry that grudge, you're the one that is affected by it, and you can't begin to heal until you give that over. Tina, you said you kind of like facts and figures and that kind of thing. How common is MST among veterans, and how many people are surprised to learn that both women and men can be affected?
I don't know the exact current numbers, but it's more common than you think. When you start talking about this among veterans, you'll find a lot of them have already gone through it,
Yeah.
and they don't want to talk about it.
Well, of course
but
not.
They will be like, yeah, I've been there, or I've know people that have been through it. Yeah.
Now, with the stats, they say 1 in 3 females, whereas 1 in 50 males experience MST. But a lot of the male experiences aren't reported because it threatens their male ego, their
Sure.
manhood. They just don't want to acknowledge that.
I
So,
did see in the booklet, it does say that it's underreported.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
I want to say that those numbers are not true to fact. So,
Just like with veteran suicide, they say 22 a day. We know there's a lot more than that.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, and that's why the support groups through the VA, medical, and also in groups like Veterans One Stop
Right.
are so important, because it does allow the opportunities for veterans to begin to speak about
Right.
things that are bothering them.
Right. And I wanted to say that I went in 85, but I was under mental health counseling in 88 while I was still active duty. Now, I didn't get all of my mental health fixed at that time or working, but I at least got it started. And I was under medication at the time, which eventually I had to come off of to get myself through MP school
Right.
a couple of years later. But at least I got it started while I was active duty. And I didn't understand that I had already gone through a TBI before I even entered the Army.
Really? Traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I wasn't put out for mental problems, but at least I got that counseling started while I was active duty. And to me, that mental health counseling was a big key of how I am today because I got that started. And it was a large part of my health today. Mm-hmm. Because when I started in high school, because of my history as a child, going through sexual assault as a child, all the way up until high school.
Oh, okay.
And at the time I was in high school, I started talking about it. And once you open that floodgate, you can't close that floodgate.
No, you can't.
Mm-hmm. And so I started going to counseling. But something inside me said that this counselor I saw at the time, that first one, she was nuttier than a fruitcake. She was weird. Mm-hmm. She kept asking the same question over and over again, and I kept giving her the same answer, but she still wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
But something inside said, she is not a good counselor. But I kept going. I kept finding a good person after a good person after
Yes.
a good person.
Now, you said that you had the same kind of
Yeah.
experience trying
So
several different.
So I was molested from age 3 to 17, and then the abortion and the rape. But interestingly, Tina started counseling while she was on active duty. I started being a mental health specialist from 86 to 87. So I got to experience what we would do is we were at K-Bay, Kaneohe Bay in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. Our psychiatrist from Pearl Harbor would come over once a week. So I would do all the MMPIs, where that's what it reminded me of when Tina said that. She kept asking the same question, probably in the word verbiage changed a little just to see in sentence completion. And if when I reviewed that, if I thought, oops, we need to get them to tripler, I would call the psychiatrist and get the permission to do so. I think that's when, for me, I was like, wait a minute, they're coming, they're sharing experiences. I should be able to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the seed was planted.
Right.
The seed was planted.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are some of the emotional, physical, or behavioral signs that someone might have been a victim of MST?
Oh, definitely. Isolation, withdrawal, not liking to do the same things. You know, you used to find pleasure in things, but now
Yes.
you're not doing those
Yes.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to go out with the family anymore. I don't want to hang around with my friends. All kinds of stuff like that. Start sending that red flag up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
For
So
me,
we're going to need to take a break, so hold that thought.
Okay.
Because there's a lot more I want to talk to
Okay.
the two of you about regarding this, because it is an important subject, and it's one that people may not necessarily know much about. And there's a reason we need
Yes.
to bring it out into the open. But we do need to take a break. I want to tell you today's show is brought to you by Allen Samuels. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, Allen Samuels has the best selection in Central Texas. Clean cars, trucks, and SUVs, every make and model, starting at $14,000. And they do special discounts for veterans, by the way. Shop Allen Samuels in Waco. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
We're celebrating the declaration of deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For serious this time. Well, I went to the river, I couldn't get across. Jumped on an alligator, thought it was a hoss. Alligator man going round and round, where you could bet your bottom dollar there's a rockin' uptown, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Then come on, everybody, let's do the alligator ride. Well, I went to the river, I couldn't get in. Jumped on an alligator from the skin. Alligator man going round and round, where you can bet your bottom dollar there's a rockin' uptown, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Come on, everybody, let's do the alligator ride. Well, I went to the river, I couldn't get in. Jumped on the back of an alligator skin. Alligator man goes round and round, where you can bet your bottom dollar there's a rockin' uptown, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Come on, everybody, let's do the alligator ride. Come on, everybody, let's do the alligator ride. One more time, come on, everybody, let's do the alligator alligator ride. Lay your sweet head here on my shoulder. Babe, hold me close. I feel it's getting colder. Your breath on my skin, I couldn't begin to speak of this love that we're in. Put your sweet head here on my shoulder. Put your sweet lips here upon mine. Babe, kiss me slow. We've got nothing but time. I give you me, and you give me you. There's no one else, it's just we two. Put your sweet lips here upon mine. All I ever wanted was you in my arms. To hold you close and keep you safe from harm. Put your sweet hand here on my shoulder. Babe, hold me close. I feel it's getting colder. Your breath on my skin, I couldn't begin to put this love that we're in. Put your sweet head here on my shoulder. You're my favorite person in the whole wide world. I love to walk with you as each day unfurls. You're my long-legged baby. Brown eyes knock me out. Brown-eyed baby, your long legs knock me out. 5 years in, we got no regrets. They said we get born, but it ain't happened yet. With the sun each morning, we're taking it step by step. Night and every morning, we're taking it step by step. ain't seen nothing yet. Each and every day, you're my favorite girl I ever met. In dark times and hard times, you're the only one I see. If the Lord works through us, His power works through us, baby, won't you walk with me? Hand in hand on our ship we'll sail. With my favorite baby, we cannot fail. Where the Lord takes us, He'll get us there, no doubt. Doubt the Lord loves us, and He'll get us there. Nobody in the world I'd rather share. My beautiful baby, my favorite lady, we out.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. They said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
And we're back with Tina Tillert and Doc Haight, who they've both been willing to come and share their experiences as a way of kind of bringing awareness to something called military sexual trauma. They're both veterans. Doc's a veteran of the Marines, and you're a U.S. Army veteran. And Tina, you tell me that you were in the MP Corps. I mean, what kind of led you into sort of becoming a cop, a cop in the Army?
I always wanted to help people.
Yeah, really, yeah.
My dad was a reserve cop when he got out of the Army, and that's what I thought I was supposed to be doing. And it just, from there, I found my niche, being a veteran volunteer at the Veterans One Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I have learned that I'm to be a speaker and a writer. And my church leadership has said, you need to stand up, step out, and speak up.
There you go.
And that's what I'm doing.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely. Well, how can military sexual trauma affect relationships, employment, trust, and just everyday life?
It's just a whole ball of wax.
Yeah.
I mean, it affects everything. When a person has gone through that, it affects everything. Your relationships, how you see yourself, your self-confidence, your self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
There's hardly anything that it doesn't affect. How you see yourself. If how I see myself is a piece of trash for somebody treating me that way,
yeah,
my whole self is gone.
Right.
So if I see myself that way, why would anybody else see me any different?
Mm-hmm.
And so why would I think that somebody else could see me as of value? I wouldn't want to hang around anybody because they would see me that way. They would treat me that way. It's mind-boggling.
So then that leads to the isolation.
Yes.
I'm just going to
all of it.
Stay in myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doc, what are some of the big misconceptions about military sexual trauma?
The biggest thing is you wanted it.
Oh.
You wore provocative.
What did I do to invite this?
You wore provocative clothing. You know, 80% of communication's nonverbal.
Yeah.
You were
made
given
suggestive ideas,
yes,
or cues,
yes.
or body language.
Mm-hmm.
I know with me, I was very trusting. And so when he wanted to come over to my apartment to talk about his wife, I knew she was strict bed rest, complicated pregnancy,
right.
Castle Hospital. So I was a brother in Christ. We were talking. I had just got back from a run. And all of a sudden, he said, I always wondered what it'd be like to go to bed with you. And I'm thinking, no, red flag, red flag. So I said, I just remembered I have an appointment. Let me go change, and then I'm going to come back and walk you out. Now, for years, I said, why didn't you shut the door? Why didn't you lock the door when you went into your bedroom to change? Because he came up from behind me and threw me down, and then I don't remember anything after that. But the thing is, because I'm so trusting, and I'm still very, very trusting. Now, I do know, we had talked earlier about triggers. If someone comes up behind me, like if Tina comes up to me and gives me a hug, I'm a hugger. I'm from Hawaii. We hug everyone. We're like Ohana, you know? But if someone comes up from behind me and hugs me, I freak out.
Right. It's a trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a veteran who's never told anyone about their experience, what would you want them to know today?
They are not alone. There is support. There is help. They are not alone. They are not going to be chastised for telling their story. They're not going to be put down or demeaned for it.
Judged. Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, what kinds of help, and we've talked about the groups at Veterans One Stop. Yeah, what are some of the things that are helpful?
Tina, share with Ann about the MST groups for the females and males, I believe in Temple.
Yeah, I would think you have them segregated.
Yes. There's a females group here in Waco. The males group is in Temple. We have a males group in Waco, but it's not for MST. And I believe we have maybe enough to start one in Waco at the One Stop. I would like to talk with my boss at the Veterans One Stop about starting one. We have more than enough that have gone through the training for peers from MVPN, Military Veteran Peer Network, that maybe we could start one to talk about that. And the other one is in Temple, and you have to go through your provider from the VA to do that. The Veterans One Stop, you do not have to do that. You have to go through the case manager, but not the VA. And so there's a different chain to do that. But the VA system is different than the One Stop, and so there's a whole different rigmarole.
Right.
You know, and with the One Stop, it's a peer group like David runs. And so you don't have to worry about, being on record or anything like that with the One Stop.
Oh, yeah, I would just think they have to document everything through Veterans
Well, we do,
Administration.
but it's different.
Yeah,
You
right.
know.
Yeah, that, and also the equine therapy. I know Rocket right on Center for Kids in Georgetown, and I think Reach here in McGregor, they do specifically for veterans. And I know the one at Rock they have a women's veterans group, as well as the men, because they learned kind of the hard way that the women just didn't want to open up in the classroom setting if there were male veterans.
And that's very understandable.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So how do you create an environment where it is safe? They feel safe enough to begin to share their experiences.
I go down to their level. They're interested in the Cowboys, talk about the Cowboys.
Right.
If they're interested in fishing, talk about fishing. If they're interested in reading books, I know Tina reads a lot of books. She's inspired me to read more. And it's a process. It doesn't happen like your first meeting with them. I've been leading the PTSD group for 5 years now, and I'm just now experiencing the close brotherhood because we have all men in the group, where we can share anything with each other, which often, my understanding is, female veterans rather be around other female veterans. I know I'd rather be around other male veterans because we get it.
Right. Yeah, commonality of experience for sure.
But there's a lot of resources. Like if someone's going through MST or has experienced it, I would say ditto to everything Tina said. The only thing I would add is, from a spiritual sense, God makes no mistakes. He's growing you. And for all I know, I could be leading an MST group within the next year.
Right.
You never know what God has in store for you.
Right.
So everything does work out for the good.
You also need to respect the people that are in the group. After you set your rules and you find enough about your people that are in it, let them guide you. Let them lead the group. Let them go. If they want to talk about subject A, talk about subject A. If they want to talk about subject Z, let them talk about subject Z.
Right.
But let them lead their group.
Yeah.
Have a few things that you want to hit, but if they want to hit on current event H, let them hit on current event H.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Let the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well said, Tina.
Family members often want to help, but they don't know how to. What advice do you have for maybe the spouse or a child or sibling that knows their loved one is struggling but don't know how to
Just
help them?
for them to, the presence, just for them to be there. Even if they're not talking, they're listening. They're holding someone's hand. They're saying, hey, do you want to go get an ice cream? Presence is so important.
Yeah.
We don't have all the answers, but showing up,
Yeah.
that's a big thing.
But sometimes a guy had told me that he used to be the life of the party. And then when the DI from Marine Corps Basic almost killed him,
Oh gosh.
he was strangling him. When he come back, he was no longer the life of the party.
Right. He'd changed.
Yeah. It changed his whole life. And for a long time, he didn't want to come out of the house.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go to the store. He wouldn't go to the family events. He wouldn't go to anything. And this was over years. And he was just barely coming out when COVID hit. It drove him back into the house. He
Sure.
wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
And you have to go at their pace. If they don't want to talk about it to the family, they're not going to talk about it to the family.
Yeah, right. And you can understand that.
And they don't want to bring the family into it because they don't want the family to know what they know.
Right.
You don't want to expose the family to the blood and the guts that they've seen. You don't want that family member to feel what they've felt.
Right.
You know, whether it's the blood and the guts or the sexual assault, it doesn't matter. But you don't want to expose them to what you've been through. That's horrible.
Right.
It's not the kind of stuff that you want to expose them to.
Right. And that's understandable. Have you seen examples, though, of healing and hope?
Yes.
Through folks who've been able to get help?
Yes.
Us, as well as people that
yeah, they're sitting right
as
in
well
front
as
of me.
people that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If someone listening today realizes they have a loved one that may need help, what's the first step you'd recommend they take?
There are so many resources out there. I know back in the day when I was first dealing with the MST, I did individual therapy. It really wasn't my thing. But then when Dr. Phil said, hey, how would you like to come to a group? I did a lot of groups, and I liked the groups. And a lot of the groups at the VA, Building 94, they had a start and a finish date. So when so I was doing EMDR, the red light therapy, desensitization with Dr. Phil, and he said, "Would you like to come to our group?" I said, "Okay, Doc. When does it start? When does it end?" And he says, "It doesn't end."
Yeah.
And that was 7 years ago. So.
Well, it's relationships you've developed too. I'm sure.
Exactly. But for someone that's just reaching out, just tap into resources. Call.
Well, just this little booklet.
That little booklet.
Where do you get this? Is this at Veterans One Stop?
No, but it's at the VA.
Is that the VA?
Yeah.
It's it's called Military Sexual Trauma.
Right.
A quick series. It's like a little flip book that has all kinds of scenarios and
useful
things.
information.
Useful information.
Now, not everyone likes to go to the VA.
Right.
Right.
We get a lot of people that come to Veteran One Stop that don't like to go to the VA. That's okay. As long as you go someplace that you can get the resources, you can go to va.gov, set up your own account for benefits. There's so much information there. In the search engine, you could type in MST, PTSD,
TBI.
Yeah, TBI.
TBI, yeah.
We both have a TBI.
Right. Well, before we close, what message of encouragement would you have to leave with veterans who may be silently carrying this kind of trauma?
You, like Tina said, you are not alone. You are loved. You are worthy.
There is help.
Reach out.
There is hope, and there are other people to help you.
Yes, they are. Thank God.
Yeah. So it's really it's hard for me to process what you both have gone through, and also words kind of escape my ability to thank you both for your service, for what you've done as members of the military, Marines and the U.S. Army, and what you continue to do to help veterans today through Veterans One Stop. You want to tell everybody where it's located in case they want to go check it out?
2010 LaSalle, down from the huge Treasure City Flea Market.
Yeah, and it's open many hours.
If you go through the Pepsi-Cola, you've gone too far.
You've gone too far if you get to Pepsi.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Oh, Tina, Doc, thank you both so much.
And thank you for allowing us to advocate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ann.
It is.
Thank
it is
you, Ann.
important. Education is really such an important thing when it comes to these kinds of issues. Again, military sexual trauma, and Veterans One Stop or the VA hospital.
Yes.
Place to go. Thank you both so much.
There's a sticker that says education is, cost of education is expensive. Just try ignorance.
Yeah.
And life is our classroom.
Yeah. Amen. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
We're celebrating the declaration of deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
An online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Exploration of deals and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.